All right, we are live on YouTube. Welcome to Navigating the Modern World with Coach Eli. Glad you could all join me here tonight. It is Friday, November 11th, 2022. If you're here live, that's if you're here on the West Coast. If you're on the East Coast, it is already Saturday, November 12th, 2022. If you're here on the replay, stick around because most, if not all, of my live streams have tremendous replay value, and tonight's topic is going to be a topic you're not going to want to miss. This is one of my absolute most favorite topics to discuss, and you're going to want to stick around because it is something, like I said, you're not going to want to miss. But before we get to that, let me first of all make sure that the YouTube notification has gone out, and it just went out. Let me also check out the back end of YouTube and make sure that everything is rolling smoothly, and it absolutely is. All right, so I'm just going to get right to it. Well, first of all, if you are here live or watching this video around the time that it was initially created, we are in the middle of a 30-day life-changing positivity challenge here on my channel. This is day 11. Tomorrow is going to be day 12. And if you missed my earlier Walking with Purpose live stream, check it out. We did the positivity video, on the walk today, and I shared some great information there on, thinking more logically and not emotionally, and that goes for both men and women. So check that out. Lots of great information there that will help both men and women become more positive and stay more positive, which will tremendously help you get ahead in all aspects of life, personally and professionally. So, with that being said, let's get to tonight's topic here. Tonight's topic is how to become the best version of yourself. One more time, how to become the best version of yourself. I always talk about becoming the best version of yourself and just getting a little bit better each and every day. If you focus on becoming just a little better each and every day, moving the needle forward just a little bit each and every day, eventually you will reach tremendous success. Eventually, you will accomplish all of your personal and professional goals, and you're going to be an even happier person than you already are. And if you're not a happy person, trust me, this will help make you become a better person and a positive person. And I was inspired to do this topic by one of my most favorite all-time personal development experts, and that's none other than Tony Robbins. I actually went to a Tony Robbins event. I think it's been like almost 10 years ago since I went to that event, and it was called Unleash the Power Within. It was a 4-day event. And that's the event where Tony Robbins, on the first day, at the end of the first day, everyone goes outside and we walk on fire. And I will tell you, I was freaked out to do it initially. I almost decided to not do it, but I said, screw it. I'm here. I paid $600 for the event. And, even though I was already pretty much fearless regarding most other aspects, I mean, who the hell is crazy enough to walk on fire? But I did it, and I survived. Yeah, my feet felt a little tingly afterwards, but nothing that was horrible. And I felt amazingly accomplished after I did that. And after I walked on fire, I felt like there's absolutely nothing that I'm not capable of accomplishing. So Tony Robbins has been a huge inspiration for me. We got 5 people here in the box, 6 likes. Thank you so much for being here. I'm actually going to be going over to Tony Robbins' website to share his thoughts regarding this topic and putting my own spin on it, because he's the best. He's the absolute best when it comes to personal development. And what I really like about Tony Robbins, I mean, I love many other personal development, experts. But the reason why I like Tony Robbins the best is because he has more energy than anyone else. And I feel that my energy is pretty close to his. I'm very lively. I get fired up. I'm full of passion, full of energy. And I haven't seen anyone remotely close, that I relate to in style, none other than Tony Robbins. And trust me, I'm not trying to compare myself to Tony Robbins. There's no comparison. I mean, Tony Robbins, I'll tell you this, I'll humble myself and bask in your glory. You're a phenomenal man, and you've created an empire, and you've helped so many people that have been struggling to love themselves, that have been struggling to become successful, not only professionally, but personally. And you've helped motivate and inspire these people to turn their lives around. That's exactly why I do what I do today. So without further ado, let me go ahead and switch on over to the browser source. Now, Tony's website is formatted in a way where this was the best way I could display this on the screen. So it's kind of small. If you're on a smartphone, you may want to tilt it to landscape. That's going to probably affect you from chatting. But if you want to read along, you have to go tilt landscape and zoom in. YouTube allows you to zoom in now on the app, so that does help. Actually, I think that's only on the premium version. I'm not sure if that's on the Zoom works for everyone, but do the best you can to follow along, or just listen to what I'm saying, and then you can just chat in the chat. While I go through this article here from Tony Robbins' website, feel free to get any questions in the chat regarding any of your personal or professional needs. And I will get to them in between the show, or in between, going through this. All right. So, how to be the best version of yourself. Oh, let me make sure my audio sounds good. You from chatting. But if you want to read along, you have to go tilt landscape and zoom in. All right, we're good. We live in a fast-paced world. We're always searching for the next big thing, and we always want more than what we have. Yeah. I mean, I feel that way deep within, and I'm sure most other normal and reasonable people feel that way as well. But it's how you go about it that makes all the difference. And as we go through this, Tony's going to share, the best ways to go about it, and I'm going to put my own spin on it as well. Yet lately, there's been a trend toward looking inward for fulfillment rather than outward. Yeah. Well, that's called looking at it from a selfish standpoint. People are, being very selfish. And when you're selfish and make it all about yourself, you're going to be far less likely to succeed, because who likes a selfish person, right? You want to put yourself out there in a way where you're selfless. Selfless is the opposite of selfish. And take other people's feelings, wants, and needs into consideration. Put yourself out there. Find a problem that people are struggling with and help them with the solution or solutions. That's exactly what I do here, on my channels here and my coaching business. We want experiences over possessions. We want flexibility over income. Oh, yeah. Yeah, a lot of people will sacrifice making more money for a piece of cake, easy job than working a little bit harder and making more money. I could never understand that one. I've never been that way. I've always strived to make the most money and work as hard as necessary to make that happen. But we live in a generation nowadays where people are spoiled and entitled, and the way things are has made people tremendously lazy. If you are a lazy person and you're not willing to put effort into things, then you're going to struggle. You're going to struggle to survive and to make ends meet. And you're also going to struggle in the dating world personally as well. You're going to struggle in general. And we want to focus on becoming who we really are. That's most important, is to be you. Be your real self. Don't try to be someone that you're not. Because if you do that and you put on a facade, eventually people are going to catch on, and they're just going to lose faith in you. They're not going to believe in you, and then they're not going to buy into you. What does it mean to be the best version of yourself? Does it mean living up to your potential, or is there more to it? Well, there's a lot more to it, but, living up to your potential is a start. Everybody is capable of doing amazing things, but a lot of people tend to sell themselves short for whatever reason. So, yeah, I think the first step is to live up to your potential. Figure out, what you're capable of doing and work at the highest level possible you can work at. And then strive to become even better so you can work at an even higher level. If you're like most people, these are the questions you've pondered as you search for identity, confidence, and fulfillment in life. Absolutely. Nothing more to add to that. Speaks for itself. When the answers you find fall short of your expectations, you need to start asking the really important questions that lead you to understand how to maximize personal growth and be the best version of you. Again, you've got to live up to your potential. I've seen a lot of people online, on YouTube and other social media platforms, and even offline, work far below their potential. They're settling for, something very easy, whether it be, at their work, excuse me, or they're settling for somebody that they may be dating because they feel that they can't get better. So they're settling for someone that they really don't want to be with, but they're just settling because it's just simple and easy, right? And that's not the right way to look at it. At some point, if you settle and you don't go for the absolute best that you can get personally and professionally, it's going to haunt you and it's going to cause you issues. All right, let's scroll down here. What drives you to become the best version of yourself? Authentic self-discovery isn't easy. It takes courage and tenacity. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. It does take courage. Everything that you do in life involves you taking a risk of making a mistake, being laughed at, getting hurt, right? But if you don't take those risks, like the famous phrase says, no risk, no reward. And tenacity. You've got to have tenacity. That's a great word. You've got to have the fire in your belly, the fire deep within you, and you've got to actually want it if you want a chance of being successful at it personally and professionally. To approach your essential self, you must turn away from distancing false beliefs that cloud or distort your self-perception. I like to call this, a false belief or a limiting belief. Many people out here have limiting beliefs, meaning that, what you're currently doing right now, you feel is probably the best that you can do. But what you don't realize is that you're so much better. Your potential is so much better. And the reason why, you're feeling that way, that, maybe you've maxed out what you're capable of doing, is because it's simple and easy and, it's safe. And in order to better yourself, to reach your max potential, you would have to risk things that you really don't want to risk. And I'm here to tell you, folks, take that risk. Keep taking risks because, again, no risk, no reward. You can't get ahead unless you take risks, but learn to take smart risks. Learn to take smart risks. You need to reveal what drives you. Hey, Sifu Smo, how you doing? Dion, welcome to the show. There is a 1-minute delay here from what I say to what goes out to you. I've heard from my lady. You two spoke earlier today, and she told me that the baby is 2 weeks away. The due date is 2 weeks away. And I guess apparently you forgot the due date, and that's not a good thing. But it's all good, bro. Lots of love, bro. Once again, congratulations to you and your lady for your upcoming little girl. All right. Let's see here. You need to reveal what drives you, not superficial things like money or power, but what really drives you, your ultimate purpose in life. Money doesn't drive me. Power doesn't drive me. What drives me is what I love to do, my purpose. And my purpose is to help people. And that's always been my purpose ever since I was a little kid. And when I was younger and working in the corporate world and retail management, etc., and retail corporate, I thought that was my purpose. And then when I became an insurance broker, I became self-employed 15 years ago, and I was selling insurance initially up until a couple of years ago, where I sold my business. I thought that was my purpose. But what I realized about 5.5 years ago when I started my coaching business, that what I realized is my real purpose is to help people. I've always helped people all my life, personally and professionally. And this makes me feel good. I enjoy doing this just for the fact and sake of doing it. Yes. Do I need money to keep this going and invest the time I'm putting into it? Sure, but I don't do it just for the money, and I definitely don't do it for the power. I'm not a power-hungry guy. I do it because what makes me feel good about myself is seeing other people work through their struggles and becoming successful personally and professionally. Give me a second here. All right. If you're feeling anxious about self-improvement, remember, every person is completely unique. Someone else's life path cannot be your benchmark of success, since they have different dreams, passions, and skills. A lot of people out here on YouTube, other social media platforms, and in the real world, they compare themselves to each other. And honestly, that is the wrong way to look at it. You should never, ever, ever compare yourself to anyone else. You just focus on becoming the best version of yourself you can be. You focus on moving forward with your purpose and your passion and your desire and your drive. And don't get distracted by other people coming at you saying, hey, I'm more successful than you. Hey, I'm more successful than you. Blah, 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 right? Don't focus on all that. Focus on what you need to accomplish for yourself. Don't let anyone kick you down, and just keep moving forward. Never compare yourself to anyone. Okay? Focus on becoming just a little better each and every day. And after a year of focusing this intently and deeply on yourself, you're going to see how much further ahead you are. And then you're going to keep moving forward. And another year later, you're going to be even better. And 5 years later, you're going to be incredible. And then another 5 years after that, you're going to be unstoppable, right? Keep moving forward. Focus on you and becoming the best version of you that you can be. So again, you need to reveal what drives you. Not superficial things like money or power, but what really drives you, your ultimate purpose in life. And this does drive me. This does drive me. I'm here right now. There are only 4 people here right now, but I don't care because the right people are going to see this message. And they may not see it tonight while it's live or tomorrow on the replay, but 5 or 10 years down the road when this channel's still here, 1 or 2 or 3 people may come across it. And it might turn their life around. And that's what makes it worth it to me. That's my purpose. If you're feeling anxious about self-improvement, every person... Okay, I think I read this already. I think I've been rereading. I think I read this part twice. If you're feeling anxious about self-improvement, remember, every person is completely unique. Someone else's life path cannot be your benchmark of success since they have different dreams, passions, and skills. Yeah, I read the other part twice. But that's okay. Added more commentary. There is also no roadmap or ideal outcome in life because everyone's path is theirs and theirs alone. You cannot compare yourself to someone else because everyone's path, including yours, is unique based on your purpose, your individual purpose, and what you want for yourself. What you should always want for yourself is not what other people want for themselves. It's what you want for yourself, not what they want. You shouldn't ever want to be like somebody else. You should be who you want to be, who you were meant to be, right? You know, it used to be when I was growing up, and maybe even to a certain extent nowadays. You know, people look at, famous, sporting athletes and they say, back in the days of Michael Jordan, they say, I want to be like Mike. I want to be like Mike. Listen, there's only one Michael Jordan. And I'm not saying that it's not possible for someone to be as good as Michael Jordan ever again or be better. It's very possible. But you should never compare yourself to Mike. You can be inspired by Mike. Being inspired by someone, like I'm inspired by Tony Robbins and Coach Corey Wayne out here on YouTube and Dan Bacon, another coach from Australia out here on YouTube. Being inspired by them and what they say and having their words resonate with me is one thing. But it's another thing for me to want to be like them or want to be them. I don't want to be them. I want to be me. And you should look at it the same way. Ultimately, what drives your decisions and the key to becoming best version of yourself are your values and your standards. Your values make you who you are, but your standards define what you're willing to accept in life. Will you accept being anything less than your authentic, incredible, powerful self? Yeah. You get to choose who your friends are. You get to choose who you date and marry. You get to choose what you want to do for a living or what career you want. What people don't realize is that you have choices in all aspects of your life, right? And you need to set standards. You need to set standards because when you're dealing with other people are going to try to suck you into their vortex to get what they want. Now, there's nothing wrong with helping other people get what they want or get to where they want to get to as long as the people that you're helping out are going to mutually help you in return and they mutually respect you in return, right? And if these people, if you come across people that, pretend to, want to help you just so they can get your help, you've got to learn to identify that very quickly and not accept that. You have to have standards, right? And having standards doesn't mean that you have to be friends with everyone. You can be nice to everyone, but who you accept in your close circle of friends or people you associate with, that's totally up to you. You need to define those standards, adhere to them, and not accept things that are unacceptable. Only accept things that are going to be beneficial as in a two-way street. Every relationship, business or personal, that I've ever had in my life, I never accepted it unless it was mutually beneficial, whether it's a business relationship or a dating relationship or a friendship or whatever. It always has to be a two-way street for me, or I just am not willing to accept it. You should look at it the same way. If you accept someone that's just going to take from you and not do their part of giving, then they're just sucking you dry. They're sucking you dry. You should not be willing to accept that. You don't need to accept that. You need to let go of that. It's going to weigh you down if you don't. And again, will you accept being anything less than your authentic, incredible, powerful self? You shouldn't. You shouldn't. Let me see here. Identifying your values. Before you can be the best version of yourself, you must uncover your essential you-ness, the values, interests, and passions that define who you are in life and the world. Have a conversation with yourself just like you'd have on a first date. Pretend that your ideal self is sitting there with you and ask that person, what activities do you enjoy? Who do you enjoy being around? What impact do you want to make on the world? What is your happiest memory? Be sincere and honest in your answers. So whenever you encounter somebody new in your life, folks, you always want to ask them open-ended questions. These are great questions here that Tony Robbins puts out as an example. Hey, how you doing? I'm Eli. Nice to meet you. Hey, tell me a little bit about yourself. What do you enjoy to do for fun? What types of people do you enjoy hanging around with? What impact do you want to make on the world? What is your happiest memory? Those are just some examples. Now, you may not ask these questions exactly as stated there, but just have a natural question. And you want to ask open-ended questions with people you encounter personally and professionally to see their communication style and to see how in alignment you are with that person, right? Sometimes you may realize that, hey, this person's good to keep around as a friend. This person may be a good business referral contact. This person is somebody that, wow, I'd like to go on a date on. But you're not going to know, you're not going to know which way to go with any particular person, or you're not going to know whether to just move on from somebody unless you ask them questions and let them ask you questions. See if they ask you questions and be open and honest with them and just feel it out and be sincere and honest in your answers, like Tony says here. As you continue the conversation, pay attention to your feelings. If you notice negative emotions like anxiety or anger, you're probably telling yourself subtle negative messages that obscure your conversation. Dig deeper into what's driving the feeling. Are you afraid you'll fail at finding yourself? Are you afraid of what you'll find when you dig deep? This is one of the most difficult things, folks, to do. And when I was in my late 20s, about to enter my early 30s, that's when I had this wake-up call, right? I needed to become more in touch with myself, more in touch with my emotions, more in touch with, being vulnerable and allowing people to get to know me, whether it's for personal or professional reasons, right? And the people that have negative emotions and have anxiety or anger, those are the types of people I typically stay away from, not because they're necessarily bad people. They're just not in a good place and they're still trying to work through some underlying issue, right? You're going to come across those types of people and, in my honest opinion, don't be mean to them. Don't be rude to them. Just politely say, hey, it sounds like you're having a bad day. And, why don't you reach out to me when you work through this, right? That's all. That's all you can do. But if you continue to associate with a person like that, then you're going to become that, and it's going to hold you back from accomplishing whatever you want to accomplish personally or professionally. Okay. Dig deeper into what's driving the feeling. And I actually already read that. The reason why I keep rereading this is because of the way it's formatted on the screen. It's hard to follow. It's like centered and very small, and I couldn't make it any bigger. As tempting as it is to feel inadequate, the truth is that each of us is fully complete just the way we are. It's getting in touch with this essential self that will free you to be the best version of you. So, in essence, what Tony's saying there is that all of us already have locked deep within what it takes to be the best version of ourselves. And all Tony is saying is to not be afraid to unlock that side of you. Dig deeper. Allow yourself to be more vulnerable. Allow people to get to know you. Get to know people. Ask them questions. Be respectful and down to earth, professional, mature. Be reasonable. Be just cool and calm and easygoing, right? And once you start doing that and you start to attract more positive people in your life that are going to resonate with you either personally or professionally, or even both in some cases, it's going to start to unlock what's already there. That best version of you is already there deep within. You're just holding it back. You need to unlock that. Well stated there, Tony. Well stated. How to be the best version of yourself. So let me take a look and see where we're at right now. We are at 32 minutes. I'm probably going to take an early break, and then I'm going to come back and go through these 14 aspects here, and I'm going to blitz through them quickly. We're only going to be probably on for another 45 minutes, 30 to 45 minutes when I get back. So that's what I'm going to do right now. And another reason why I'm taking an early break, it's a little chilly outside here in the Bay Area. And for the first time in a while, I turned off my fan that I usually run when I'm running these shows. But then the heater came on. Now it's warm. And I realized I need to have some air circulating in here, or it's hard to sit here for too long without, air circulating. So I'm going to do that as well. But I'm going to go ahead and cue up some royalty-free YouTube music. And step away for a break here. Give me a second here, folks. All right. Do. We got one. We've got two. We've got three. Yeah, Dion. Yeah, that's a troll. It's not a big deal, bro. It's not a big deal, bro. I'll just tell you, bro. Some people don't keep their promises, and some people just got to do what they got to do. It's not a big deal, brother. If I'll be keeping an eye on the chat while I'm taking a break here, so no worries. But if you can moderate it while I'm gone, that'd be great. Where is my other song here? Which one was I going to play? All right, music is all queued up. I'm going to step away for about an 8 or 9 minute break. And when we return, we're going to go over those 14 aspects. Did I move back to full screen? No, I did not. Let's go back to full screen here. When I return, we're going to go over those 14 aspects of how to be the best version of yourself. So stick around. Round. We'll be right Welcome back to the show, everybody. Welcome back. It's day 11 of the Positivity Challenge here on Coach Eli, 2 authentic live streams. Yeah. Energy up. Energy up. Energy up. Get that energy up flowing through your veins. Oh, yeah. I feel good. I feel good. I feel good. Do you feel good? I feel fantastic. Oh, yeah. Want that energy to flow your way. All right, let's get right back to it. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back to Navigating the Modern World with Coach Eli, live here on YouTube, live on Coach Eli 2, authentic live streams, the most positive place on the internet. Day 11 of the Positivity Challenge is about to end. Day 12 is coming tomorrow, more than likely by way of a Walking with Purpose stream in the late morning or early afternoon. So stick around for that. Let's see. Tonight we've been discussing how to become the best version of yourself. One more time. Tonight's topic is how to become the best version of yourself that you can be. Before we get back to it, let me just remind you folks that this channel here, both of my channels here that I run with my lady, are primarily funded through, crowdfunding and your donations. So if you feel it in your heart and soul that you're getting value from the content you're consuming here, please consider making a donation in any amount based on the value you feel you are receiving. There are multiple ways you can donate to the channel. One of the best ways and easiest ways to do it is to go to the bottom of the chat while we're live and hit that super chat or super sticker. Also on the replays, once they're done processing, or any pre-recorded video on a monetized channel where you see that thanks heart, that's called the super thanks. You can even send a donation in the comments section of any videos or live stream replays once they're done processing. 2 other ways you can donate would be via Cash App or PayPal. Nightbot sharing my Cash App and PayPal links every 7 minutes. On PayPal, you can go to paypal.me/Coach Eli. And on Cash App, you can go to $the real Coach Eli. And as always, donations are greatly appreciated, but they are not required. And my lady and I would both like to thank everyone that's donated lately. There have been some donations that have been made that have been requested to remain anonymous and to not even mention the amount. Some of those were sent via Cash App and PayPal. We are grateful for those people as well, but we also want to respect, your privacy. So thank you for that. And thank you to all the ones that have come through publicly through super chats, super stickers, and even super thanks. Folks, here's the thing. If you're a YouTuber and you're a monetized channel and you haven't told people about the super thanks on the pre-recorded videos or live stream replays, you're missing out on another revenue opportunity. So make sure that you also mention that while you're going live, if you're doing live streams, because on the replay, people can donate to you in the comments section. All right, so let's get back to the article that we're going through here today. Let's get right back to it. Boo-doop, boop, boo-doop, 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 boo. How to be the best version of yourself. Once you've identified the person you want to be, you can plan how to become the best version of yourself. Start with the end in mind, your ideal self, and take concrete steps to get there. So, you have to dig deep and ask yourself, what do you enjoy doing the most? What makes you the happiest? And is that something that you're able to turn into a business either via self-employment or working for someone else? And once you identify that, become the expert at what your purpose is, what you enjoy doing the most. That'll help you become the best version of yourself. Start with the end in mind. So you have to figure out what you want to accomplish before you can accomplish it. You have to figure out where you want to get to so you can create the path to get there deep within. And then you need to take concrete steps to get there. For example, I've been doing this YouTube thing for 5.5 years. I've grown 2 channels, and they're both monetized. And, I've been taking baby steps each and every day, trying new things, and I'm moving forward each and every day. It's a slow process, but as long as you move the needle forward just a little bit each and every day, eventually you're going to reach success. And here's the thing. Sometimes, you're going to encounter people that are going to try to slow your progress and kick you down in the real world and online as well. Don't let that get to you. Move past it. Ignore it. Just keep moving forward. Stay focused. And I promise you, you will get there. Yeah, just take those concrete steps to get there. Okay, the first of 14 steps, we're going to blitz right through these. Number one of my most favorite things to teach, and I had to let go of this in the past as well. Number 1, let go of limiting beliefs. Let go of limiting beliefs. You know who you are, but do you know who you could be? In essence, do you know what your potential is, or are you selling yourself short? Most of us are held back by limiting beliefs. Yeah, I've seen a lot of people, sell themselves short. Do something for a living they really don't enjoy doing just because it's paying their bills. But what they don't realize is that they're far more capable of doing better things that would make them not only feel better, but eventually make them more money in the long run. So most of us are held back by limiting beliefs, untrue thoughts we have about our intrinsic, it's so small there, intrinsic nature. By learning to recognize and let go of whatever limiting beliefs are keeping you from becoming the best version of yourself, you're able to push forward and find the person you really are. Yeah, and that's what I did in my late 20s and early 30s, and ever since then, I've continued to move the needle forward just a little bit each and every day. That's all you got to do. Move it forward just a little bit each and every day. Number 2, turn your shoulds into musts. To be the best version of yourself, you need to live with no regrets. Yeah, live with no regrets. Let go of all the negativity in the past. Ignore any new negativity that may come your way. Okay? Let go of all resentment. Folks, I'll tell you this. One of the worst things you can do to yourself to hold you back, not only professionally, but personally, is to basically hold on to resentment. Let go of everything. Forgive everything and everyone. See, I forgive everyone. There are many people in my life that have tried to slow down my progress online and offline. I've forgiven them. I forgive all of you. I forgive them. That's all you got to do. And then just keep pushing forward. Because to me, I love this. This is a must. This is a must for me because I really, really love it. I've turned my shoulds into a must. Stop telling yourself what you should do and start doing it. Yeah. Nothing more to add to that. West Coast 206 Pinoy. How you doing, bro? Long time no see, but glad to see you here tonight. Coach Eli, I got some positive news tonight. I'm only 5 subs from 500. Come on, guys. Help me out. LOL. Right on, bro. Well, I've subbed to you from 3 on my channels, bro. So there's not much more I can do, but feel free to shill your stuff here. Moderators are welcome to share their channels or anyone else's channels that they feel are worthy of being shared. Welcome, bro. Hope your week's gone well and hope you have an amazing weekend, brother. Thank you for being here. let's see here. You need to get out of your comfort zone. Take risks and fail. Yes, fail. Right. That's what I tell people. That's what I've done. I've taken many risks, even out here on YouTube, and many of them have failed. But I've learned from every one of those failures, and I've moved past them. And slowly but surely, I'm getting to where I want to get to. And you can do the same thing for whatever you're trying to accomplish. But you need to step out of your comfort zone. A lot of people are so comfortable with what they're doing. Yeah, I'm making enough money to pay my bills. I'm living paycheck to paycheck. I know that there's something, I could do that could make me more money. And, it would be something I'm more proud of. But, it's just too much of a risk, and I'm not willing to take that risk right now. So, yeah, that's that. So until you're ready to take that risk, you're holding yourself back. And believe it or not, at some point, people in that state of mind are going to realize how unhappy they are. So prevent yourself from going down an unhappy path and start taking risks. Get out of your comfort zone. And you're going to fail. And you're going to fail many, many times. But learn from your failures and turn those failures into successes so that you can get back up and succeed. Right. So take risks and fail. Yes, fail. So that you can get back up again and succeed. Stop telling yourself what you should do and start doing it. Use what Tony calls the rocking chair test. The rocking chair. Yeah, I'll rock. Yeah. Imagine yourself old and gray, reflecting on your life. What are you most proud of? This is a bingo, big round of applause. I'll tell you this. I've tried to help many people out here on YouTube that are creating certain types of content that I know they're really not proud of. And they wouldn't want to go to the grave saying, I died, and what I'm most proud of is being a YouTube drama shit show channel and shit disturber on YouTube, right? Is that something that's going to make you proud? Is it? Is that something to be proud of, right? So when you become old and gray and you start reflecting back, if that's what you were doing, like, again, is that something to be proud of? Is that something that people are going to be, proud of you for? What do you most regret? I'll tell you what I most regret. I most regret not figuring this out, 10 or 15 years before I started doing this. Because I really, really didn't start to focus on my purpose until my early 40s, around 42 or 43. But I've actually been doing this all my life through my friends and family and other people. I've helped other people with their relationships and given them advice. Back in those days, I've helped people by fixing their computers. I've helped people, get promoted in their jobs. I've helped people write resumes and stuff like that. I regret that I didn't start to do what I do now sooner, but it's never too late. Better late than never, right? This will reveal your musts. Right. This is my must. What I do here, this is my must. I must do this every day because this is who I am. Number 3, amplify your strengths. Sifu Smo says, I'm listening to the new Nas album while listening to the show. LOL. Well, that's an interesting mix there, Dion. Thank you, bro. Jenny Ann, how you doing? Oh, I'll be on the Rewind crew for what I missed. Good morning, Eli, and my dear new friends. Good morning, Jenny Ann. Thank you again earlier for your $4 super chat, and thank you for being a channel member again. Yeah, I have the rewind feature turned off. The DVR feature is turned off on my live streams because I want people to be here live and engaging. So you can't rewind while we're live, but you'll be able to do that on the replay after the show ends. Ginny Ann, I'm curious to know if it's not too personal. Are you in the U.S. or what time zone are you in? I'm curious to know. And please Feel free to ask any questions in the chat regarding whatever it is that you need help with or a little motivation with. Please let us know. Sifu Smo says, always stay uncomfortable. Why? Why would you want to stay uncomfortable? Is it because that's going to force you to step out of your comfort zone? I get what you're saying by that, if that's what you meant, Dion, but honestly, I feel people should snap out of their comfort zone by taking risks. When you start to take risks and do things that you initially feared, the more and more you do those risky things that you initially feared, they're going to become a natural habit, and you're going to lose most and all of that fear eventually, and then become a master of it, right? West Coast 26 Pinoy, Dion, I'm putting on a stream tomorrow evening celebrating my channel's success about 9:30 Eastern, which is 6:30 Pacific. Feel free to pull up on me. Hey, and if I'm around too, bro, I'll pull up too. Pull up. I'll just show up. How's that? All right. Let's see. Who's this dude? Mad West Coast Graffiti joined June 19th, 2022. What's going on? What's going on, Mad West Coast Graffiti? How did you find out about the channel? Well, have a nice night. Sifu Smo, hey, West Coast, did you give RFD the fade yet? LOL, definitely pull up, bro, to show. Let me know. RFD is a coward. All right, here's the thing. West Coast 26 Pinoy, Dion, everyone else. I'm not here to talk about drama or negativity. I'm not here for that. This is a positive channel. Please take that elsewhere. All right? Please do not use my live stream chats to talk about drama and shit shows and hateful people. I want none of that here. I would really appreciate your respect on that. Okay? Amplify your strengths. Focus on your strengths and you'll get even stronger in those areas, becoming more fully yourself along the way. Focusing on your strengths is also essential when you hit roadblocks, which you inevitably will. When you amplify your strengths, remember what you're bringing to the table and you'll crush the obstacles in your path. That's what I've done here. I've been doing this 5.5 years. I've learned from my mistakes. I've learned what to remove and what to focus more on. And the things that I'm noticing people react to better and resonate with more so, I am amplifying that. So amplify your strengths and take yourself to the stratosphere with whatever you're trying to accomplish. Number 4, develop a growth mindset. No one is made up of only strengths. We all have pain points that require attention if you want to be the best version of yourself. Successful people tackle this by having a growth mindset. They believe that there are no weaknesses. There are only opportunities for improvement. Rather than focusing on what they do badly, they focus on how they can improve and take action to get there. So what this means is you're going to fail. You're going to make lots of mistakes regarding whatever you're trying to accomplish, right? An example, once again, my coaching business out here on YouTube that I've been running for 5.5 years. I've made lots of mistakes, but I am not focusing on what I've done wrong. I've apologized for what I've done wrong, and I've corrected what I've done wrong, and I've learned from what I've done wrong, but I'm not focusing on that. I've let that shit go, and so should you. Focus on how they can improve and take action to get there, right? Many of you focus on the negative stuff, right? You got to let the negative stuff go. Learn from it. Don't make the same mistakes again and keep moving forward. Focus on what you can do that'll make things better. Keep it positive. That's what a growth mindset is. You want to keep moving forward just a little bit each and every day. Dion, West Coast 26 Pinoy, I love you like a brother, bro. I have a lot of respect for you. I think you're a really good dude. I think that you're not ready to let go of drama. You're not ready to let go of the hateful things that people do out here on YouTube or have done to you. And that's okay, man. That's okay. I just don't want that stuff here. I really don't. I really don't. I am tired of hate. I am tired of drama. I am just tired of stupid shit. And I want people to be here that are ready to move forward in a positive way. And that's it. That's all. I mean, I've said this before many times, and I guess I'm going to have to continue saying it because, people are not going to be ready to make the change right away. Sometimes it's going to sometimes it's going to take hearing it 5 or 10 or 15 times before it sinks in. But I get it. It's cool. And don't worry, man. We're not going to give up on you. Number 5, throw out expectations. Our beliefs create our world, but unfortunately, sometimes our beliefs are not our own. Like most of us, you've built at least part of your identity on others' expectations. The process of internalizing others' values was unconscious, and bringing it to consciousness is the essence of learning how to be the best version of yourself. Your vision for who you want to be must be yours and no one else's. So focus on yourself and what you're good at and amplify it, okay? And put effort into it and take risks, okay? Throw out expectations. You should have no expectations. Because once you have expectations, if you don't meet those expectations fairly quickly, it's going to demotivate you from moving forward. Throw out the expectations and just keep moving forward regarding what you were meant to do, right? A lot of people out here on YouTube, it's a big platform, right? People talk a lot of smack about many other creators, including me. And I could care less about it, right? It has no bearing on what I'm going to do today, tomorrow, or next week. I'm just going to keep doing me, right? And I have no expectations. Let it ride and keep finding ways to better enhance what I'm doing. That's it. Becoming a better version of myself. And that's what you folks should do too. Number 6, be willing to shed your old identity. When you determine to find your ideal self, you're essentially raising the bar for yourself and the people you know. Your old self will resist this due to feelings of insecurity and the fear of unknown. Resist the urge to cling to the familiar, the identity that's been holding you back, and embrace a can-do attitude. I've let all that go. Now, I learned a lot from my younger days, but everything back in the days from the point of being at age 30 or under, I've let it go. I haven't forgotten about it, but I don't let it define who I am today. That's who I was back then. I'm still at a core level the same person, but I've just become a better version of myself because I've learned how to let go of certain things that weren't working. I've learned from my failures, and I've turned them around into successes. You got to be willing to shed your old identity. Let the past go so you can move forward, become the best version of yourself you can be, and share your greatness with the world. And like the last line says, and embrace a can-do attitude. You can do it. I know I can do it. I know I'm more than capable of doing this. It's going to take time, but I know what I'm capable of. And once you realize what you're capable of, you will get there too. You will. Give me a second here. Ginny Ann says in the chat, I'm in the Carolinas, U.S. Eastern Time Zone. Oh, wow. It's 2:18 a.m. in your neck of the woods. You're having a hard time sleeping tonight, Ginny Ann? Thank you for joining me. That's great. And I am a long-time night shift nurse who was struck down by COVID. My lungs are destroyed. I was told a year ago I was going to pass away, and I said, no, I'm not. Congratulations. Big round of applause for you, Ginny Ann. Wow. Yeah, my girlfriend used to be a nurse. So I know where your amazing attitude comes from. You're a nurturing person. You're a caregiver. You know, you're a very giving person. And you know what makes me proud to hear about you, Ginny Ann? Is that not only do you take care of other people and don't give up on them, you're not giving up on yourself. And I'm really proud of you for that. Big round of applause! You made my night. You made my night. West Coast 26 Pinoy, Eli, Dion, here's a rule. Our API car followed in prison. Somebody who won't say things to your face is a coward, and as honorable men, we shouldn't respond to trolls. What is responding to trolls going to do? Validate what they're trying to get from you, which is a reaction? Right? You know, after 5.5 years of dealing with this shit out here, I'm immune to it. Well, I just dropped the truth bomb, coach. All right. Truth bomb. How about a double dose of a truth bomb for you, West Coast 26 Pinoy, a.k.a. Red Pill Fizzard. Truth bomb. Ginny Ann says, I have brought in therapy to my home. My dear family are my caregivers, and I have decided to count my blessings, focus on what I can do, and surround myself with folks who encourage me and positive people. Another big round of applause for Ginny Ann! Yeah. Let me make sure that the sound is okay. Give me a second here. Which is a reaction, right? All right, we're good. Ginny Ann, you are really inspiring me here tonight. You really are. Thank you so much for being here. Everyone is, you know, even you, Pinoy, and Sifu Smo. But Ginny Ann, your story is incredible, and you're a fighter. And I have nothing but the utmost respect in you or anyone else that's not going to give up on themselves, especially their lives, when they've been told otherwise. Good for you. Seriously, good for you. Ginny Ann furthermore says, and not let naysayers upset me. Right. Ginny Ann furthermore says, I have had to learn to walk again, and it has been the biggest thrill of my life. Even better than learning to drive as a teen. LOL. Let me ask you a question, Ginny Ann. At some point, I don't know how long you've been on YouTube or if you've been on any other panels before or anything, but I would love to do an interview with you at some point. You can do it audio only. You don't have to come on camera. We can do it live. We can do it pre-recorded. We can do it any way you want. But at some point, if you're open to it, take your time, no rush, no pressure. You have one hell of a story. You really do. This is why I do what I do. It's these stories that enlighten me. It's these stories that push me forward to keep doing what I do each and every day here. Thank you for that. I'm really feeling it. I'm not upset. I'm very passionate. Sifu Smo, West Coast. I haven't been in your show for a while. I'll pull up, man. It's been a while. And yes, you're 100 right. Ginny Ann furthermore says, Eli, I know I told you I saw a clip of you on a video and you were doing a show like this. And I said, that's where I want to be. Well, a lot of the clips out here on YouTube, unless I made them, most of them are pretty negative, taken way out of context. So maybe you deciphered that, and I really appreciate the fact that you did. A lot of people do take me out of context here, just for shits and giggles. But you're a very smart woman, and I'm really glad you found myself and my lady, and we're glad to have you here. Stay as long as you'd like. And at some point, when I can verify who you are, I'll look into that tomorrow. Then we'll probably even moderate you here too. You're an amazing person. Thank you so much. Sifu Smo, Dion says, Eli, we need to get out of our comfort zone every now and then. Well, Dion, we need to step out of our comfort zone all the time. every single time. Now, don't get me wrong. I've been doing podcasting for over 20 years, YouTube for 5.5. I had experience before I came out here and started doing this. But yeah, I mean, it's not easy doing this. Even for someone that's experienced, we step out of our comfort zone each and every day. And that's what you should do. And just push through it like I do. It's become second nature. As long as you continue to step out of your comfort zone each and every day, that's how you're going to get better. The moment you start to feel comfortable with where you're at is where you plateau. Ginny Ann says, thank you, Eli. I thought because I took care of so many folks would get that I wanted to live, even disabled, but it wasn't that way. But I can do this myself, and I harbor no grudge. Good for you, Ginny Ann, because that will stop me from happiness. I am like totally green and new to YouTube. I'm 63 years young, and my kids, LOL, worry about letting me loose on the YouTube streets. Well, I can't blame them because I'll tell you, Ginny Ann, these YouTube streets are brutal. There are 2.5 billion people out here. And let me tell you, when I first came out here full-time 5.5 years ago, I got savagely attacked. I was just trying to be a good dude, trying to help people. And these people just came at me. And I mean, if you really dig deep, YouTube has kind of, suppressed a lot of the negative content, including the ones that have been done on me. But if you dig deep and you search, you'll find some of the older content. It's, it was one hell of a ride. And, just because I started creating full-time only 5.5 years ago, I've been on YouTube since it came out. I knew, what YouTube was initially about, from a consumer standpoint. But until I became a creator, holy smokes, I didn't realize what I was up against. And I didn't even know what a troll was 5.5 years ago. But I found out rather quickly. Information Man Show, hello there. Truth, that's right. Truth Bomb for Information Man Show. Welcome to the show, brother. Just to remind you, there's a minute delay between what I say here and what goes out, but welcome to the show, Information Man Show. Let's see here. Ginny Ann, I agreed with your take on the clip. Oh, you must have found that clip where that content creator was doing a fair use review of a video I did. I had Mrs. Portland on the show. Was it the one with Mrs. Portland? And I was reviewing what some of these other content creators do to create fake instigated drama and intentionally go around YouTube to stir up the pot. And by, being intentionally hypocritical, like a lot of these instigating type of content creators, they pretend to be hypocrites, which is what I call it, right? What they basically do is they tell people to not do certain things to them, but they go ahead and do these same things to other people that they tell the other people not to do. For example, they whine and complain when people, copyright strike them, but then they copyright strike other people too. Oh, you shouldn't copyright strike people. It's fair use. But then these people saying that are hypocritical when they copyright strike other people. It's just one big game of fake instigated drama. It's stupid. It's dumb. And I've learned how to ignore it and move past it. We've got 8 people here and 10 likes. Thank you so much for being here, folks. We may have to go to a third segment because this is taking a little bit longer than I thought. We've got some good, we've got some really, really good people here. The Donnie Shaw Experience. Hey, Donnie, how are you, brother? Did you send me a message earlier? Not on Facebook, on somewhere else? That's really you. Let me see here. Yeah. Let me see here. That's you, bro. We're going to add you to the mod crew, bro. Welcome back. That is you. Let's see here. Thank you for just letting me hang with you great folks. Ginny Ann, you don't have to thank us. You're welcome here. We appreciate the thanks. But you're the type of person that is ideal for the type of content I create. Like, if we can clone you 1,000 times, then we'd be really rocking and rolling. So thank you for being here. That's it. Totally agreed with your take. Oh, so you found a good clip of me where I was talking about this one dude's MO on, his clocking in and clocking out, fake instigated drama, pretending to be a hypocrite, to trigger people on purpose to make content out of it, incite fake hate. So you have a back and forth constantly going to entertain your audience, right? And I thought that that review, I can't remember what that channel name was. The video was called "I Agree with Coach Eli." Here, let me see. It was "I Agree with Coach Eli." Oh yeah, here it is. It was from the Toxicity of Social Media channel. I agree with Coach Eli. I'm not going to mention the creator because I just don't want to do that. Blank is a hypocrite. Well, he's not a hypocrite in real life. He is a pretend hypocrite to intentionally trigger people for fake instigated cringy drama content to entertain his audience. That's what it is. So yeah, that was I actually watched that video and commented on it on her channel, Toxicity of Social Media. I watched that all the way through. It was great commentary. It was spot on. Spot on. Let's see here. Thank you, says Information Man Show. You're welcome, brother. 206 Pinoy says, my bad. My pops was calling from the Philippines. Had to accept his FaceTime. LOL. No worries. Did it not add you as a moderator? What is going on here? Let me refresh this. What's going on? Huh. Give me a second here. Donnie, I don't know what's going on here. There's something weird happening. And for some reason, it didn't moderate you. Donnie, are those both of your channels? Are those both of your channels, Donnie? I'm really confused. Oh, I see. Which one of your are they both yours? Let me know in the chat, and I'll get back to chat in a second. I'm going to go ahead and read a couple more of these, and then I'm going to take a break, and then where's number 9? Where's number 9? It goes from number 8 to number 10. So there's only like 13. This is weird. Unless I'm missing something. That's 7. There's number 8, and there's no number 9. So I'm going to read number 8 and number 10, take another break, and then come back and read the last 4. And continue with the chat. Prioritize outcomes, since understanding how to be the best version of yourself requires looking inward for wisdom deep within, deep within. You won't find yourself by gathering tons of information. Let your ideal self set a goal. Pick something plain and achievable, like getting organized or reading more fiction. Making a measurable goal is one of the most effective ways to get out of your head and build confidence. Right. So you have to set goals, and they have to be goals that are measurable and attainable, right? The SMART goals acronyms. Oh, it was made to try out YouTube Shorts. Okay, that is you. We're gonna add you. Oh, so they're both you. We can just go ahead and moderate both of them. All right, welcome, bro. That is you. So yeah, the SMART goal acronym. So it's specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, time-based. Specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time-based. So it says at the end here, again, making a measurable goal is one of the most effective ways to get out of your head and build confidence. Well, you start building confidence when you believe you can actually attain something, when something's attainable that you really want to accomplish. So yeah, prioritize your outcomes. Think ahead of what you want to accomplish. You've got to think with the end goal in mind before you start, or you will fail. That's the bottom line. Think about what the end goal is before you start, or you will just fail. You got to know what you want to accomplish. And again, no number 9 there. This is a mistake here, but that's okay. The information is good. Number 10, create empowering rituals. No one would argue that the world's most successful athletes, entrepreneurs, and leaders have become the best versions of themselves. That's true. That's one thing they all have in common. Yeah, they weren't initially exceptional. They were good, but they went from good to great because they kept on focusing on becoming a better version of themselves. There's one thing they all have in common. They've developed habits that make them great. Right. Me doing what I do out here almost each and every day, if not each and every day, most of the time, has become a habit. This is a habit. And if I even take one day away, I feel like I'm missing something because that's how much of a habit it's become. Things that you want to accomplish, you have to form a habit of doing them so you can be consistent and stay consistent to reach your goals. This could mean meditation, priming, or goal visualization to put them in an empowered state of being. It always includes eating healthy and exercising. I do walking with purpose streams almost every day. I walk almost every day, at least 4 to 5 times a week. So when you're, in a healthy state, you're at a healthy weight level, you're healthy, right? You're eating the right foods, healthy foods that give you energy and keep your energy up, not the wrong foods that give you temporary quick energy and then you crash, right? That makes a big difference. And more often than not, it includes practicing gratitude every day. One more time, listen to this. And more often than not, it includes practicing gratitude every day. Only those 2 channels, says Donnie Shaw Show. Pinoy says, yeah, I heard making shorts is the fastest come up on subs and views. West Coast, did you hear Nod's new album? Says Sifu Smo. Donnie Shaw Show, yeah, I gained subscribers quite quick in the short channel. Yeah, I need to focus more on my main channel. It's also monetized, been monetized for almost 3 years now. I haven't had time. I got to get to the main channel and create more shorts from content I've already done, like these live streams. I can cut out clips and put them into shorts. I just haven't had the time to do it, but you're right. Take care, Eli and viewers. I'm off to get my son ready for football, aka soccer. Right on, Donnie. Thank you for being here, bro. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you again soon, bro. And welcome back to the mod crew. Pinoy says, no, why don't you drop? Okay, that's not relevant here. I believe you asked something up above. West Coast 206P Noise says, Eli, there's a big difference between copyright claim and copyright strike. Right. A copyright claim is not going to, necessarily take your video down unless that piece of copyrighted content is blocked worldwide or blocked in your area, right? So basically what a copyright claim is, anyone that's a part of, Google and YouTube's content ID system. Typically it's, record labels, movie production companies, Hollywood people. The mainstream media has content ID on their YouTube channels, right? So what happens is any piece of content that they upload on their YouTube channels automatically gets picked up by content ID. And even if you use 1 or 2 seconds of it, you'll get a copyright claim. Now, in very rare cases, for 1 or 2 seconds, they might not give you a claim, but the system is that good. It can pick up even 1 to 2 seconds of using someone's copyrighted content as long as it's part of YouTube and Google's content ID system. Now, when you get a copyright claim, in most cases, the video will stay up, but if you're a monetized channel, you won't be able to monetize it. Now, in the future, coming up in 2023, YouTube is starting something called, Creator Music, which you can buy licenses for copyrighted music, but it's going to be on a per video basis, not a blanket license. And in many cases, the license will expire and you'll have to keep renewing it. Now, I'm not going to use it because I just don't want to deal with copyright, and I don't really need to use copyrighted music. Royalty-free music is fine for what I do. But yes, there's a difference between a content ID claim, copyright claim, okay, a copyright strike. A copyright strike is when somebody files a DMCA copyright takedown. And basically, the copyright match tool that pretty much every channel gets now, you get a dumbed down version if you're not in the YouTube Partner Program. If you're in the YouTube Partner Program, you get the full-blown copyright match tool, which searches for, re-uploaded content. But it is not as good as Content ID. It does catch a lot of things, but if you use 1 or 2 seconds of somebody's, clip, it doesn't catch it. You typically have to use like at least a minute of somebody's clip for the copyright match tool to catch it. But it doesn't catch everything. It catches a lot of stuff though. But yeah, for a copyright strike to go through, you have to file a copyright takedown notice, and it has to get approved through YouTube's copyright department, and that'll give you a copyright strike. So yeah, there's a difference there. Let's see here. All right, we're good. And it looks like we've gotten through the first 10, actually 9, because number 9 was missing. So let's scroll down here to number 11, and we'll get to the last 4 after the break. Continue, asking your questions in the chat regarding anything you're struggling with personally and professionally. And I'll answer more when I get back from my next break. We are at 1 hour and 34 minutes. All right. Let's go back to full screen here and queue up some more royalty-free YouTube music that's safe from copyright claims and demonetization, and even copyright strikes too. Do. That's 2. That's 3. That's 4. Nah, I don't want to use that one. Let me change that up. Let me see here. All right, music is all queued up. Let's try that again. Music is all queued up. I'm going to step away for an 8 or 9 minute break, and we'll continue when we return. So stick around. Round. We'll be right back. right. Welcome back to the show, everybody, for the third and final round here. How are you all doing tonight? It's late night. Oh. Perfect. Yeah. Oh yeah, bump it, baby, bump it. Yeah. It's late night, 2:54 a.m. Eastern Time, 11:54 p.m. Pacific Time here in my neck of the woods on the West Coast. West Coast is the best coast for streaming, I'll tell you that. All right. Let's get right back to it. All right. Welcome back to Navigating the Modern World with Coach Eli, live here on YouTube, live on Coach Eli 2. Authentic live streams, the most positive place on the internet. Glad you could join me here tonight. Tonight we've been discussing how to become the best version of yourself. One more time, how to become the best version of yourself. We're going to get right back to the last 4 steps of how to become the best version of yourself, courtesy of Tony Robbins' website. One of the most trusted and respected people in the personal development industry. I have the utmost respect for Tony Robbins. A phenomenal person, big heart, big soul, big person too. I wouldn't mess with Tony. But like, he's just so powerful in a very kind, generous, and loving way. And that's exactly who my mentor is. That's who I look up to. That's, who I want to be like. Because Tony Robbins has such great energy and he speaks with such passion and perseverance and just, dignity and pride and heart and soul. And it just feels amazing just to watch and even just listening to him. Very inspirational. So we'll get back to that in just a second here. Let me check out the chat and catch up with what's going on there. 206 Pinoy says, hell yeah, I'm bumping it now. Finally real bars and hip hop again besides myself. About time. All right. Nothing else happening in the chat. We do have 8 people here and 12 likes. Thank you so much for being here. Please smash the thumbs up and share this out, whether you're here live or on the replay. And consider making a donation to support the channel via Super Chat at the bottom or through Cash App or PayPal. Nightbot sharing the links in the chat every 7 minutes, or on the live stream replays or any other pre-recorded video. You can hit the super thanks. There's a little heart underneath the title of the video. You click the thanks and you can send a donation and it will highlight your comment in the comments section. All right, let's get right back to it because I do want to get some rest and got a lot going on this weekend, and my lady and I are going to be talking tomorrow and making some plans for next week. And we've got our move going on. We've got a lot going on. So let's boogie woogie oogie. Back to the browser source here. Number 11, have compassion for yourself. Absolutely. Have compassion for yourself. Being the best version of yourself is about you. It is about you. Not in a selfish way, but it's about you, not other people. Stop comparing yourself to others and recognize that everyone is on a different path. I'm going to read that again because that's the home run of this whole thing. Being the best version of yourself is about you, not other people. Stop comparing yourself to others and recognize that everyone is on a different path. Folks, I always say, focus on working with people that are in alignment with what you're trying to accomplish. So if you have a positive message out here on YouTube and you associate with drama shit show channels, what's that going to do for your message? It's going to dilute it. It's going to get lost in the shuffle. It's not going to reach the right audience, right? Stop comparing yourself to other people that may be making more money than you or getting more views than you or supposedly further ahead than you. Just focus on yourself. Create your own path. Set a goal and know what your end result is and focus on accomplishing that end result each and every day. And you'll get a little closer to accomplishing that goal each and every day, each and every day. Yeah. If you're not where you'd like to be, that's me. Have compassion for yourself, which I do. I have lots of compassion for myself. That's how I keep moving forward. I see the light at the end of the tunnel. You're at a crossroad, and that's fine. Instead of scrolling through social media or getting down about a recent setback, practice self-love. Big round of applause! Practice self-love. I always say this, and I'll say it again. You have to love yourself before anyone else can love you, personally and professionally. If you don't have self-love, you're going to self-destruct. That's my new motto. If you don't have self-love, you're going to self-destruct. Like a truth bomb. Oh, no, that was too soft. If you don't have self-love, you're going to self-destruct. Truth bomb! Go outside for a walk. I do that almost every day, and I broadcast it live here on YouTube. Kill two birds with one stone. Awesome. Do something you enjoy. That's what I do. I love what I do here. Always remember to check negative self-talk and replace it with empowering words. Let me repeat that one more time. Always remember to check negative self-talk and replace it with empowering words. Let me give you an example. In life, online and offline, nowadays, because we spend a lot of time online, you have to include the online world. In life, online and offline, you're going to have people that are going to try to crawl under your skin. You have to check yourself before you wreck yourself. Ignore these people. Let them talk all they want. Let them do whatever they want to do. That is the path they're choosing to take. If you're choosing to take a more positive path, like I am, check your negative self-talk and replace it with empowering words like I do. That's all you have to do. And keep doing it. And keep on doing it no matter how many negative people you encounter in life, online and offline. Because the moment you allow any negativity to get to you, it's going to derail you. Bottom line, check yourself before you wreck yourself. Number 12, manage yourself effectively. Part of understanding how to be the best version of yourself is learning to be your own boss through effective self-management. You've got to hold yourself accountable, plain and simple. All that means is you got to hold yourself accountable, right? Because if you can't hold yourself accountable, okay, if you get in the position of management or something like that where you have to manage a group of people, how are you going to be able to hold others accountable when you can't even hold yourself accountable? And if you're self-employed and don't hold yourself accountable, then you're going to self-destruct. You're going to go backwards. You're going to not accomplish your goals. Effective time management sets you free from stress, steers you toward your ideal self, and relieves you of others' expectations. Focus on yourself and your end result and your goal each and every day. And you'll get closer each and every day as long as you don't allow people to get in the way and derail you. Bottom line. To stay accountable and in control of your resources, check in on your progress monthly, quarterly, and yearly. That's why I'm doing the 30-day positivity challenge in November, because that will give you the entire month of December to reflect on what happened in November and prepare to start off the new year, in this case 2023, on the right note, on a better note from what you learned, right? But that's what I always do. I look at my goals monthly, quarterly, and yearly, like a business. Well said, Tony. Becoming your own best boss makes you a better resource for your team. One more time, becoming your own best boss makes you a better resource for your team. I think I was talking about this earlier today or yesterday on one of the streams. I've done so many, I can't remember which one it was. You got to hold yourself accountable, and you got to lead by example. You got to lead by example. Never ask anyone to do something for you that you wouldn't do yourself. The golden rule of leading by example is never ask anyone to do something that you wouldn't do yourself. And there are many people that ask and get people to do things for them that they wouldn't do. That's not a great way to lead. That's not the way to be a good boss. And quite frankly, eventually, if not sooner, people are going to lose respect for you. They're not going to respect you. Got two more. Get your final questions in the chat. We're going to be going off the air in about 10 minutes or so. Facts, Eli. It says more about their sorry, sad lives. If they spend 24/7 trolling you, they're really just angry fans. So really it is a good thing. Yeah, Pinoy, we got 10 people in the box, 12 likes. Please smash the thumbs up. I'd really appreciate that, folks, and share this out on your community tabs, social media, etc. Sometimes, Pinoy, you encounter some people that just love to push boundaries. Unfortunately, I've just run across some people that just don't know when to stop and just, I don't know. I've made it their life's purpose or mission to try and stop my success or to leverage my success, however you want to look at it. And I've learned to look at it this way. If there are people on this platform that want to constantly try to leverage my success for whatever reason, and that's the way you're successful, then more power to you. I'm glad I could help you in that way. But just understand, you couldn't do this without me. That's the bottom line. So, hey, it's kind of like a term of endearment. I've grown to really flip it into a more positive way, Pinoy. And as a matter of fact, I'll tell you this, over the last few weeks, maybe 2 weeks to a month, I've seen more growth regarding what my lady have done to grow our channels out here on YouTube. I've seen more growth than I've seen over the last 2 years. It's really beginning to turn around because we're staying focused, we're staying positive, and, we're just not letting the negativity get in the way. We're not. We're actually embracing it. We're embracing it. Let's see here. Yeah, get your final questions in the chat, folks. Just have a couple more to go over here. Number 13, stay positive. There you go. The last two, wow. Number 13, stay positive. For some people, lose the negativity and become positive. You'll see how much better it feels. As you learn how to be the best version of yourself, you're sure to hit roadblocks and obstacles. Instead of getting discouraged, cultivate positive emotions like passion, curiosity, and flexibility. Look at obstacles as opportunities instead of defeats. Could not have said it better myself. You see, Fizzin, aka West Coast 206 Pinoy, I look at these obstacles now as opportunities, right? If there are people on YouTube that want to make constant content on me, and again, try to use me for their success or leverage me in some way, shape, or form, I don't look at that as an obstacle anymore. I used to. I look at it as an opportunity instead of defeats, right? No problem. I stay positive. And I look at it more so as a term of endearment. By staying positive, you'll find creative solutions you'd miss if you had remained bogged down in self-defeating thoughts. Let me read this last line one more time. By staying positive, you'll find creative solutions you'd miss if you had remained bogged down in self-defeating thoughts. So, 206 Pinoy, Sifu Smo Dion, or anyone else is still around. Jenny Ann with the $5 super sticker. Oh my God, you're far too kind. You're far too kind, Jenny Ann. Big round of applause. Jenny Ann, you've been far too generous. Thank you. Thank you for the $5 super sticker. You're very, very generous. Wow, I don't know what to say. I mean, you know, it blows me away, Ginny Ann, and it's not about the money, but I'm gonna talk about the money for a second because you are a selfless person. Selfless meaning not selfish. I'm sure you heard that right. I just want to make sure you didn't hear it the wrong way. And I'm not trying to criticize anyone else. There have been other people that have donated that my lady and I appreciate all donations. They really do help keep this going. They do. But you're a brand new supporter here, subscriber, consumer of content, and you're a member of our family. You are a member of our family. And you've come in here and immediately purchased a channel membership and have sent a few super chats that are a decent amount. I'm not trying to compare you to other people. There are other people that have donated too, but I'm floored in a good way that people like you still exist. And I don't know if you believe in God. I believe in God, whether you do or you don't. I still have love for you and everyone else. But I believe in God, and I believe the good Lord will bless you, and you'll live to be 100+ years old. And when I tell my lady about this tomorrow and she catches the replay, she's going to be blown away. And it's not about the money, but yeah, you know, when somebody donates their hard-earned money, especially after what you've been through, and you're new here and you're that intuitive to feel comfortable here, I'm really blown away by that, and I'm very grateful and thankful for that. Priceless help here from you today, Eli. Well, I'm glad we could help. I'm glad we could help. Again, thank you for the $5 earlier, the $5 here, and being a channel member. I'm going to be getting some more members-only content, and again, Ginny Ann, whatever you need from us, I'd love to hear more of your story one of these days. So talk with your family and see if they're cool with you. Maybe doing an interview at some point. No hurry, no rush, no pressure, but you've got an incredible story. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Whew, man. West Coast 26 Pinoy says, here's a tip. Try finding a hot yoga class in your area. The session relieves your stress and you can meet quality chicks there. Well, I've got a quality chick already. So, yeah, for you single guys and gals out there, yeah, I hear that hot yoga is pretty good. I had an ex-girlfriend that was really into that. And, yeah, I've heard it's pretty good. It is. Great advice there, Pinoy. All right. Get your final questions in the chat, folks, or any comments. One more to go. And we're going to be going off the air very soon. Number 14, give back. One more time. Number 14, give back. This is my absolute most favorite thing to do, is to give back to those that have helped me get to where I'm at. And also give in general to those that are less than fortunate or less fortunate. Let's read this. Contribution is one of our 6 human needs and an essential element of what makes us feel fulfilled. Let me read that one more time. Puts a tear in my eye. Contribution is one of our 6 human needs and an essential element of what makes us feel fulfilled. When we contribute to society, the world, we feel like we have a purpose. We feel that we're important. And every human being has the right to feel fulfilled and important. When we give back to our communities, we feel a greater sense of gratitude and abundance in our own lives. I don't give a shit what anyone says or criticizes me for out here on the YouTube platform or anywhere else. Okay? This is exactly me right here. I love to give back to people. And I personally feel a greater sense of gratitude and abundance in my own life when I'm able to give back or give to people. That fulfills me more than anything. Volunteering, another great way to give back. Whether by giving your time, skills, knowledge, or money, is one way in which you can be the best version of you, no matter who you are. One more time. Volunteering. Whether by giving your time, skills, knowledge, or money, is one way in which you can be the best version of you, no matter who you are. Now, not everyone has extra money to donate or can afford to donate, and I understand that. But if you can't afford to donate, you can always volunteer your time. And guess what? As an added bonus, when you volunteer your time, it's typically tax deductible. When you donate money, it's tax deductible. Okay? When, you give your skills or your knowledge, it's usually tax deductible if you're doing it on a volunteer basis. But the level of fulfillment that any decent human being feels by volunteering and giving their time, there's nothing better than that feeling. There's nothing like it. All right. I'm just looking at this number 14, give back or just giving in general. And I've given so much in my life. And I've given a lot more than has come back to me. And that's what typically happens. People that are givers are going to typically give more than they get back. But keep on giving, because eventually you will have the ultimate payback, and it'll change your life for the better. Just don't stop doing it. Don't stop doing one of the most amazing things you can do in our world nowadays, and that's give or give back. Many people are very selfish and don't do this. My lady and I, we would give our last dime to help someone. That's the attitude we have, and that's a great attitude to have in general for anyone. All right. Let's go ahead and go back to full screen. That's going to wrap this up. Let's check out the chat one more time. Ginny Ann says, oh, thank you. So grateful I made it here. Absolutely. You're welcome anytime. You're welcome for free anytime, Ginny Ann. But thank you for your contributions. They're greatly appreciated. I'm very humbled by it. West Coast 26 Pinoy says, another example of positivity is all us men here have exchanged words on YouTube in the past, but we moved on because it is unhealthy to hold grudges. Well, most of us have moved on. I can certainly say there are a few people that still haven't moved on, but maybe one day, they'll hit the epiphany and, realize that, hey, the past is the past. It's time to move forward to bigger and better things. But we'll see, man. And if not, that's okay too. Some people are just going to be stuck in a rut and never change. West Coast 26 Pinoy, use social media to network and better your life. Avoid the drama because trolls just want you to be miserable like them. Don't let them do it. Yeah, you're right, man. Yeah, you're right. I'm going to just check something here real quick. Wow, we gained a few subs. That's good. Thank you. My videos have been getting demonetized lately, but then like the next morning they get remonetized. It's like the YouTube system is back to giving yellow icons. Mine always flip back to green by the next morning, usually. But it's just weird. Like how in the world, this is what I don't get. How in the world is this title, How to Become the Best Version of Yourself, not suitable for most advertisers? Like, I don't get that. That's like the cleanest topic on the planet. I think sometimes, the artificial intelligence or the monetization system is like, oh, we're just going to give everyone yellow dollar signs and remonetize them the next morning. I don't know. It is what it is. But yeah, wow, we've got 113 views on this show. Not bad for a last-minute late-night show. We are at 2 hours and 12 minutes. Ginny Ann says in the chat, I had been spending that on things that weren't helping me at all, so I wanted to pass it on here instead. Well, thank you so much, Ginny Ann. That's very kind of you. Very kind of you, and that's not expected. That's not expected. We appreciate it. We'll help you even without the donations, but we do appreciate the donations too from all you folks. Pinoy says, Eli, look at my latest hit content and let me know in Facebook Messenger later if you can figure out how I made it without getting a strike. All right. That's interesting, bro. Well, you probably won't get a strike. You'll get a content ID claim. And if you didn't get a content ID claim, maybe it just hasn't fully cycled through YouTube's content ID system, or maybe you did it in a way where it, fooled the system. I don't know. Anything is possible. But yeah, I'll check it out when I get a chance, bro. Thank you so much. All right, folks, we are leaving 8 people in the box, 12 likes. Please smash the thumbs up if you haven't already done so before you go. If you're here in the chat live, if you're on the replay, please smash the thumbs up. Share this out on your community tab. Share it out anywhere on social media where you have a following of people that you feel would benefit tremendously from positive and uplifting content. I honestly feel everyone can benefit from it, but just some people aren't ready for it. But if you know of people that enjoy this type of content and want to connect with one of the absolute best and most positive places on the internet, please make them aware of us. My lady and I would greatly appreciate it. With that being said, have yourselves a great one. Take care. And as always, be good to each other.